Recording is on.
Good evening to everyone. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. You can hear you.
My name is Abiodun Akitunde, and I'll be presenting the Power BI project phase for Group 2. And so the data set that was used for this project was gotten from kegu.com. So it's a data set based on accidents in New York City from the month of January to the month of August for 2020. So as you can see from my dashboard, this panel shows the total number of persons that was injured from from the month of January to the month of August, same as the total number of persons killed. We have 57,000 people that were injured, and 144 persons were killed. So on this pie chart, this panel here shows the percentage by category of users of the road, from cyclists to motorists to pedestrians, that was injured. Likewise, this other pie chart by my right. So by my bottom left here, we have a breakdown of crash by category based on each individual month. So once I click on the month of January for me, you can see that for the month of January, from my top panel here, we have 4,210 people being injured, while 20 people were killed for that month. So you can also visualize in terms of percentage, based on the original percentage, the amount of pedestrians involved, cyclists, and motorists. So this other panel too at the bottom right also depicts the same thing, but just saying the amount of people that were killed compared to the amount of people that was injured. So, hello, am I still online?
Yes, sure. We can hear you.
All right. So, I actually have 2 pages for this this project. So, to the second page. So to the second page, I still have my main panel showing the total number of persons killed. Then I was able to present the total number of persons injured by crash time. I was able to heal to the correction that was given initially, and I grouped this using the bin feature into hours. So for 12 a.m., we have that from my panel, from 12 a.m., we have that within 12 a.m., generally, this is a summation of the whole month. So within 12 a.m. we have that 1,222 persons were injured and 7 was killed. So you can also see the breakdown by town, and also yes, the breakdown by town by your right. The two clustered bar chart by your right. So, and also the numbers of persons killed by crash time too at the bottom left too. So, and from this visual here, you can easily see that we have more of people killed. So we have more people being killed within 12 to 6 p.m. 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And we have the highest being let me see. We have the highest being at 6 p.m. We have a total of 1,917 persons injured and 10 killed. So, and from that proportion, we have the highest number from Brooklyn that was injured. Likewise, the highest that was killed. Let's see, from Queens. So this was what we were able to come up with, and I hope it was able to depict and tell the story to some extent. So thank you very much.
Okay, so if you advise, probably let's assume the leader in this particular city, or let's say this, whether in UK, like what are you going to say? Probably want to advise them. What are you going to say?
From the visual that was created, so like from here, it was noticed that more, like from our main panel, if you can look at my cursor yourself, we know that we have more of motorists as well as more of motorists being killed and injured. So it might be due to maybe traffic congestion, like maybe having alternative roads during rush hour. And if you notice, we have more of this happening during rush hour. So, and also percentage of maybe setting up emergency accident points, so that at least even if you have high rate of accidents, having the accident victim reaching to your the center where they will at least have first aid form of care before getting to the main unit should be at least the proximity of maybe like I hope I'm trying to communicate like a station. I'm coming. Let me try to go to page 2. For example, in the city of Brooklyn, we have the highest number of persons that was injured there. So it might be due to maybe it's a very busy area and traffic congestion. So maybe easing the traffic, and if there's also need to look at if maybe proper guideline, proper signpost and all that. But we don't have much, although there's still this data set still gives me that information, but I was unable to dig deep. There are crashes there's a panel, there's a column for crash by reason, like the reason why they feel this crash is happening, but I was unable to dig that deep. Like maybe it was due to negligence, due to others. So sorry about that. I was unable to dig deep to that extent. From you can see contributing factor by vehicle. So following too close, if you're looking at the data set, so contributing factor. So although I was unable to contributing factor that was leading to led to the crashes that happened. So I would just say it's a crash type of project presentation. So I was unable to.
Yeah, sure. I understand. It's fine.
So,
yeah, wonderful. It's wonderful. Like, well done. And those teams.
Well done, nice presentation.
And Esther, because I'm in his group, right?
Yes, he did very well at the same.
Yeah, sure. That's true. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well done. Yeah.
So if there's still any correction, you can not to present again, but just to add to knowledge.
Yes, sure. No,
definitely.
Fine. Yes. Yeah. So we'll move on to the next person, Addison.
Right.
Addison. Yeah. Thank you very much, Tommy, and Group 2 members. So Addison.
Abiodun.
Abiodun. Yeah. Thank you, Abiodun. So we'll move on to Addison.
Yeah.
So Addison, if you can hear us, please share your screen. And is Addison here? Okay, yeah. Addison is here. So if you are here, can you just share your screen? Addison, can you hear us? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay.
Hello. Yeah, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Please, can I start?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can start.
My name is Addison Gilbert Kwame. I'm here to present on behalf of Group 3. This data is actually on coronavirus uh, data. And on the dashboard here, we have coronavirus, that is COVID-19 dashboard prepared by Group 3. We actually had the data from World Meter, worldmeters.info. That's where we had the data from. So here we try to visualize the in-depth information about the COVID-19, that is the pandemic that is disturbing the world right now. So over here we have a list of continents, that is Africa, Asia, and then Europe, and then North America. As we can see from the top here, we have total confirmed cases. That is, we are talking in terms of the worldwide figures here. So that is 198,482,334 cases that was recorded as at the time we had the data from that particular website. And also we have active cases here, like 140, which is like 14 million 800 and something cases, and we have total death, then total recoveries over here. Here too, we did a percentage calculation on active cases, cases, and then death cases. So you could see that out of the total number of people who had the virus, 90.31 has 90.31 have recovered from the virus, and then we have 70.54 out of the 198 million people are still having the virus, and then they are under treatment. And also, unfortunately, we have like 2.15% that were the death recorded. This calculation is based on the world population. So if you move to this place, so we did a line line chart on, that is the population against the total tests that each individual country has done, the total confirmed cases and recoveries. Over here, you can observe that you have a couple of countries that have done more tests than their usual population. We have countries like USA. They did well by doing more tests than they have more number of tests conducted over there. That means they did it more than the population, the number of people living there. Also, Russia too did the same. Russia too is the only country that crossed the population line, and the UK too did the same. Italy too did well by doing more tests than the population they have. And when you come over here too, you have the active cases. As at the time we had the data from the website, and currently USA is the country that is leading in terms of active cases, followed by UK, Brazil, and then I think I can't see the other country, and then other two following. So here too we did another bar chart on active cases against critical and then total death by continent. So you could say that North America is leading currently. North Americans are leading in terms of active cases, followed by Europe, then Asia, South America, and then Africa, and then Australia, the other side. So you will also see that total death, we have Europe. No, Europe is leading in terms of the number of people who are died out of the virus. and then South America, followed by North American, then the Asian, then Africa, before Australia. So these are the data in terms of world population. So we did something like the list of continents. So if I come here and then click on Africa, you could see that the dashboard will only display data that is they will only display data concerning Africa. So if you come here, you see total active cases, top active cases in Africa. You have South Africa to be first, Tunisia, Libya, then Algeria, and then Morocco. So that means none of the West African countries is part of this top 5 African countries with most active cases. Also, if you check the population against the total tests, you could see that not even one is crossing the population, the number of people in the country. So that means Africa in general, they've not done more tests as compared to the European countries than North America. Also, you can observe that Africa recorded the lowest, is the second lowest death in terms of world population. Then the critical, they recorded the lowest critical condition, people that are the critical condition, and then the lowest, second lowest death. So let's uncheck this box and then check Europe to have a look at some. Here too in Europe, we could see that UK did well by to conduct more tests, even like twice of twice of the population in UK. Austria too did well. It's like you could see that most of the European countries actually did more tests to ensure that the virus doesn't spread much. So yeah, and so over here too, if you come back to Africa, you can decide to check on maybe your country. You go to maybe you want to check a particular country, you can go and have a look at it. Check here. Maybe let's check something about Kenya. You can see that right now Kenya is having like 103,000. Kenya is having like 10,346 cases. If you want to have a look at the statistic concerning Kenya, you will see the total death here, the total confirmed cases, total active cases, total death, and then recovery cases about Kenya. So that is it. And hello,
Yes, we can hear you.
hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
So I also did a line graph about want to see there are people who have done more tests and then against their population, and over here Asians they were not able to do more populations more testing as compared to the number of people there. Africa is, you can see that Africa is the least here, and then Europe has done well. They've actually crossed their population there. North American too is like they are break even, and then South America is below. Then we have Australia. So overall, I will say that based on this statistics or this dashboard, the European countries have done well by actually conducting more tests in order to stop the spread of the virus, and also to minimize the death, and then to eliminate the virus completely as compared to the African countries. Though the African countries too, they were no recording death as compared to the Europeans and then the North Americans. They too, I don't know. I don't know the factor, but generally people are saying that it's because of the weather condition in Africa. That's why. our death rate is actually low. Wow. Thank you. That's the end of my
Wow,
presentation. Thank you.
wow. This is nice. Um,
Very, very
well
nice.
done
Good
to
data analysis.
yeah. Which group is this? Group one, right?
Group 3.
Oh, group three. Wow. Very nice, very nice. Like I'm actually impressed by what you guys have been able to come up with. Okay, I promise I'll end by 8 or before 8. So yeah, and this 7:45 Nigeria time. So I just want to commend you guys for at least being consistent. It shows that one thing about successful people is that they are consistent with something. Like if they are on one particular stuff, they try to work on it. And you guys have actually exhibited the character with the 1 month training. Though it was free, but you guys still created time from your busy schedule to attend the tutorials. At least virtually everyone here is have been attending the tutorial almost every day. Like and it's one of the characteristics of people that are successful. And also for the effort you guys put into the project, honestly. I know it's sometimes it can be challenging. You guys just getting introduced to Power BI, just getting a training under 1 week, and then you guys are able to come up with something. But one thing about challenges and learning is that you grow when you encounter challenges, overcome them. Truth is, the knowledge you had before Power BI, before you encountered or before you started working on your dashboard or the challenge, it's not the same with after you completed the dashboard. So, and one thing about data analysis, like Abiodun said, was that you still need to dig into this stuff. That is the truth, because the truth is in data analysis, you keep on asking question, you get more data set, you probably build a dashboard, then you see that, okay, I need to answer more questions, then you go back again, get more data, add it to it. So data analysis continues, like it's a continuous iteration. Like you build a dashboard, you realize, okay, I need maybe a slicer, I need a filter, I need this and that, then you can add to it. So it's actually a good step for you guys to have actually been able to do this. A lot of people started virtually. I think we had about almost 100 persons on the group. Little by little, people were leaving. And as of today, I think we are around 70. But those that were kind of committed are not even up to 10%, you understand? Or let me just say around 10% of those that are committed. So for you guys now, it might be challenging. This might be the first time of hearing about SQL, Python, or Power BI, but it's just fine that you guys have been able to at least what's it called, persevere to continue learning, even though it was challenging, and also attempting a challenge is something that I'm actually impressed with. And with the dashboard, honestly, seeing you guys dashboard, I'm kind of very, very impressed, because within 1 week, you guys were able to come up with something from Abiodun, Addison, and the explanation too is like people that are actually way fast. So data is the new oil, and data analysis is one skill that will be in existence 20 years from now, because we are generating data. I think on Twitter per day, we generate about around 200 something million data. So how are we going to analyze the data? How are we going to tap in and draw insights? I think in 1990s or 1900 something, oil was kind of like dominating, and people were kind of like, okay, I need to work in an oil company. And some of us that grew up in Africa, sometimes they're like, oh, I want to work in the oil company, because we felt oil is the gold. But now data is actually the gold, and anyone that can actually get the data and extract insights from it is someone that will be valuable. And you can call those people the petroleum engineers of today. And the truth is, with data analysis, you can work anywhere. You can work in the oil company. Sorry. In Chevron, they have a sector for data analysis. In Schlumberger, in what's it called, Julius Berger, and the rest, they have sections for data analysis. So I just want to encourage you guys to keep learning, keep working on the challenge. And one thing I'll probably say is, please try to probably get a data set, work more on it. You can message me, even though the training is over. You can message me, just send me a message. You're having a challenge or the rest, just send me a message. And also just try to get it, a data set, try to work on it. If you are probably not getting any inspiration, you can just go online, see, okay, how did this person do it? You can try to replicate what the person did. So little by little, you are getting better. Because the only way to actually learn driving is to go and drive. You understand? You can't drive GTA, or you can't drive Need for Speed and assume, okay, for the guys, you understand, we know what GTA, Need for Speed, and which other game again. if you drive, you may be an expert at Need for Speed or GTA, can drive, can eat anybody in GTA, Grand Theft Auto. But if you don't try to practice with a real car, you will not even know how to drive. You understand? So the best way to learn how to drive is by going there to drive. So the best way to learn data analysis is going there to learn the data analysis. It will be challenging. Yeah, maybe this is the first time of learning about data analysis and all the buzzword around it, but you just try to get a data set, try to work on it. You may not really be getting a lot of inspiration. Like the same way we have writer's block, whereby you want to write something. I recently published an article, and honestly, I actually had the writer's block. Like for some hours, I was finding it difficult to communicate or pen down something on my laptop. So I had to just say, okay, then I just dedicated, I think, a night or a day, and then I used that throughout that day just to write. I just kept writing, and then later on I went to edit it. So sometimes too, there's something about design block or data analysis block whereby you want to build a visual, but you are not really getting inspiration. But with what you can just do is Google, check for some. Maybe you are working on a data set that's related to the oil and gas sector. You could probably just go online, see what people have done, and then try to replicate it. And little by little, you are seeing that you are getting inspiration. And one thing you need to remember, or I'll just leave you guys with, is the need for constant questioning. Like you need to ask question. You need to question your data. What is this? What can we do? What can we add? Where can we do? Like, so when you start asking the question, you see that, okay, maybe you need to add a data set to your data set. You need to merge it and do a lot of stuff. So one thing is you need to ask question. So yeah, so 7:52 is almost 8 minutes to 8. So thank you very much. And I don't know if anyone has anything to say. Please, I'll be reaching out to you guys. We just need to just probably, if you are cool with it, just send a picture and something you learned during the 1 week. During the 1 month training. I might likely design something. So from it I could. Yeah. So if you have anything to say before, because I think Abiodun has somewhere to go. So within the next 8 minutes, if you have anything to say, can you say something? Okay, Daniel is raising up his hand. So can you unmute and speak?
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
I just want to say this 1 month class and study has been very rewarding for me, because I actually had no prior experience in data or data analysis, but now I'm proud to say that I've learned so much, and I think I've even gone beyond the beginner stage in SQL, Power BI, and although I didn't attend the Python class, but I'm positive to watch the videos and get better insights into it. So I just want to say thank you so much for this initiative which you brought forth to help people to give back to the community. We sincerely appreciate this effort, and we have to pray that God will bless you and lift you higher to do more for the community. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Danny. And I've actually added you guys to my contact list, so you can just add me. Maybe you can probably chat more. I think I've added Daniel, I've added Esther, I've added Daniel, Esther. I've not added Addison, I've not added Tommy. I've added Tommy, and then I've added Florence. I've added you guys to my contact list. At least you guys have been consistent. So any other person I want to say anything before? Just 6 minutes. Within 6 minutes.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm in a very noisy place, but I hope the noise will not interfere. So I want to appreciate you very much for your effort. At least, even though with the low turnout, you are not discouraged and you still ensured that the whole project went on. So I want to appreciate you, and God will continue to bless you in all your endeavors. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Any other person? I want to say something.
Yes, Esther.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and you celebrate more birthdays. with good health, sound of mind and body, and more gifts coming your way too.
Thank you
Cheers.
very much. Yeah, thank you very much. So, any person probably can just raise up your hand and then we draw the course in the air. Okay, if I'm not getting anyone. So, okay, Addison would like to speak. So, yeah, Addison. Yeah, just turn off your microphone.
Yeah, I think my colleagues you've said all. What I'll add is thank you very much. You know, this is the only class that I've been consistent. You know, in the previous ones, I tried joining other ones, but you know, along the way, I just stopped. So I think this is the only class that I've been consistent, and then I'm grateful for that. And also, God bless you. And then thanks to my colleagues too for the motivation. You know, if they've not been present always, then some of us would have been left. So thanks to everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.